Hello, everybody. Everyone's on mute.
Got you though, Jeremy. You thought I was on mute, but this time I
No,
saw.
no, I seen the symbol.
Okay,
But now Joe and Don are on mute. Yeah. Oh, Don, come on.
I
I
was
didn't hear him.
sharing out the post.
Oh, there's Joe. Joe's got his sound.
Yeah. It was working. Let's
I
let's.
heard it briefly.
Oh, I just unmuted him.
Technical difficulties.
It, okay, that's odd. Don's mic is on, but we're still not hearing him.
It's really strange.
Yeah, I.
The curse of Friday the 13th.
That's right. That's right.
It goes on.
Yeah.
It's definitely been showing itself today.
Well, it was working a minute ago.
Yeah, it was. I did hear him.
Yeah. Then I had to mute him because we were just getting started. It's
I
just bad
know.
timing, just bad timing there.
It's frustrating. It really is.
Don, you may have to get out and get back in again. Oh, wait a minute. It says speaker connected. Try speaking. Try speaking. No,
No,
No, it's still not working.
no. But a thing did come up saying speaker connected, so I thought maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, try it again. Get out, get back in, reboot. So I'm still working on sharing this out.
yeah, I couldn't. You
There we
got
go.
so many. It's like, oh my God, that, they finally did what StreamYard used to do, where your guests could share to like their YouTube channel or Facebook page.
Yep.
They
But
just started that last week.
yeah,
I was
well,
gonna say
I
I thought I
tried
got
to
the
do
update.
that. I tried to do that, and you got too many up there, so it wouldn't let me.
What?
Yep.
Oh man.
So apparently, you gotta what you gotta do is kind of leave some open for your guests, because they take away, which is screwed up because StreamYard doesn't do that. It doesn't take away when you're the guest share. It doesn't take away from you as the host. It
Right.
adds an extra
Right.
one for the guest.
Well, that sucks.
I
But
know.
Emux doesn't do that yet. Apparently, they haven't caught on.
I'm sure eventually they will.
Well, yeah, they have to. They want to compete and stay competitive.
Well, even as a whole, EV Mux is a lot better than StreamYard.
Well,
Yeah, it is.
I I liked StreamYard at the time because it was so cheap and easy to use.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Emux took a little bit of extra, but I got the gist of it now.
hmm
And it's like I had to quit when StreamYard practically doubled their
Don's coming back.
prices.
Hello?
There we go. There we
Okay.
go.
Whoa!
I don't know what was going on.
Whoa.
We're getting a lot
Yeah,
What?
we're getting it.
One person at a time. What?
we're getting a lot of that.
It's an echo.
And it all right with me.
Let me fix.
It's got. You should do that.
Oh, here. Echo cancellation.
Hello?
Yeah, is this
What?
better?
Oh, echo.
Testing
Can
one,
you
two.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we're
Okay.
good now.
All right, great. I don't know what was going on.
Wow,
Jeremy,
that was one of the worst echoes I've ever heard.
Jeremy, like I said, that would have been a perfect opportunity to do.
It would have been, yeah.
I did it though, at least.
Yeah, you did, but the sound didn't come out very, very loud.
Hmm.
So, okay, are we all good?
I
Yay!
believe so.
Yeah, all right. So now here we are, almost 10 minutes into the show. Um,
Technical difficulties.
it- yeah, but holy cow, I hadn't seen that happen to somebody not in a very long time, so not sure what happened there.
No idea.
Yeah. So tonight we are going to be celebrating Friday the 13th.
Hell yeah.
Yep, I got everything in my background here all ready to go. And this is something I was actually thinking about earlier because I was going to say this is one of our favorite holidays of the year, but is Friday the 13th really a holiday?
Hmm.
And should it
No,
be?
I
no.
see
I
it
don't think so.
as this is just my personal opinion. I see it as kind of like a secondary Halloween. That's how I see it.
Yeah, well, I don't see any little ones out trick or treating though.
Yeah, but people like us are definitely going to go around and chop anybody up that is breaking the rules.
Oh yeah. And there's gonna be a Friday the 13th next month as well.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, and if that's not enough, this Friday the 13th is the first of not one but three Friday the 13th this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and next month it happens to fall in the day before my birthday, so there's no way I'm going out on Friday anymore.
Yeah,
I'm one of those superstitious people when it comes to Friday the 13th.
right.
I just don't take no chances.
Nikki,
You know,
apparently.
I am going to Michigan on my birthday though,
Hmm.
Good.
but I'm staying home that Friday.
The next Friday the 13th after March will not be until later this year, and that will be in November. So just a few days after Halloween.
Right.
That's funny.
Well, I was going to say, what was that, Joe?
That's my sister's birthday.
Oh my God, how coincidental is
Oh,
that?
Oh,
That's awesome.
When
First yours.
when it falls on a Friday in November, yeah, she don't. Every time she's gone out drinking or partying, uh, when it fell on a Friday, ever since she was like drinking age, which for her would have been 18, something bad always happened. You know, she'd get like so drunk she'd be praying to the porcelain god, or her boyfriend would dump her on that day. Something bad. Not real bad, but bad enough to cause her not to go out anymore on Friday the
Oh
13th.
man.
oh
so
man.
she's learned her lesson.
Yeah, she thinks it's cursed.
So
Well,
it's obvious.
a lot of people do.
Well, in this case with you, Joe, considering that two of these are before you and your sister's birthday, it really is running in the family this year.
Yeah.
Well, actually, today is my sister in law's birthday.
Oh wow.
Oh
How
no.
many people in your family has a Friday the 13th birthday?
I don't know. I almost did. But I was born after midnight, so it fell on the 14th. So I
Wow.
got lucky.
So I've actually been doing some research on here. The last time February had a Friday the 13th was in 2015. And the next time it will have it is going to be in 2032.
Wow. It's gonna be a while. Well, not necessarily a while, but definitely a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so 2032, then 2037. and then 2043.
Hmm.
So we only have three Friday the 13th in February in the next 20 years
Wow.
after this.
Incredible.
Yeah. So probably a good thing with Friday the 13th being followed immediately by Valentine's Day. I don't know.
Hmm.
If you see that picture of Jason Voorhees holding two cards, one that says Friday 13th and then Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
I
I,
saw that.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
it's when you realize both Friday the 13th and Valentine's Day are back to back this year.
Well,
Yeah.
I I
Nick,
got
you don't
two
even sound right now.
I
That's
got
something
two
else.
reasons to keep Valentine's Day in my mind because it's not only Valentine's Day and I got a wife, but it's our anniversary.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's like there's two reasons I can't forget Valentine's Day. You know, I'd be in the doghouse for sure.
Yeah.
She'll be coming after you with a machete.
It's
Oh yeah.
bad enough the puppy's already spoiled.
Hey, Ed, good to see you.
Yeah.
Eh,
Um, I was actually talking. I was talking to my dad about that today because he and my mom were married on Friday or on Valentine's Day, and tomorrow would have been the 49th anniversary.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Yeah, it holy cow! They were married 31 years before she passed, but damn, 49 years! Can you imagine?
yeah,
Incredible.
man.
Hey, Braxton.
Hey,
Braxton.
what's up, Braxton?
So, but yeah, we're here. It's kind of mandatory to do a show, this show on Friday the 13th because this is the 13th dimension, and I was able to work it to where this is the 13th episode of the season.
Right. It makes a lot of sense.
It makes perfect sense. So
well,
yeah, I was
you have
trying to
next
cram
month.
in a whole bunch of shows because I want to get one extra show than I did last year. And then when I was looking at the time and everything, I was like, oh shit, I can get Friday the 13th as my 13th episode. So that's why I've been doing all of these shows every single week.
Nice.
So here's a question for you. And I know we talked about this on Supernatural Talk last night, Jeremy. I know you said that you weren't going to do another 13th Dimension special for the Friday the 13th in March. But my question is, are you probably going to do something like that later this year for the one in November?
I'm planning on November for sure because by then I should be done with all the work that I'm going to be having done. Now, as far as next month, actually, you know what? No, actually, I think I will be able to do the 13th next month.
Oh, because the reason why I asked is I just discovered this yesterday, and damn it, I wish I discovered it a few days before so that way I could have it ready for this occasion. I found, yes, you guys saw me wearing the Jason Voorhees mask, but also now I'm wearing the hat. I actually found glasses of Jason Voorhees.
Oh,
And they're literally like a part of his mask, and they're held by like just the typical parts of glasses.
hmm.
And the shipping and the delivery, it's not going to take long. I ordered it yesterday, but the only problem was instead of being delivered today, it's going to be delivered tomorrow for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Thought to my yeah, it's a but I thought to myself, well, if Jeremy does have two other shows for the other two Friday the 13th, may not have it ready for this one, but at least I'll have it ready for the next two Friday the 13th.
hmm.
I probably will do an episode next month. I actually had my days mixed up because it's right around the time when I'm going to be leaving to go out to Nevada. But it's not till the following week. So yeah, I guess I will be able to do a Friday the 13th episode next month.
Why are you
Awesome.
traveling to
Cool.
Nevada?
Huh?
Why are you traveling to Nevada?
Bowling tournament.
Ah,
Oh.
It's that annual tournament that I do every year, and this year is my 25th year.
Wow,
Wow.
that's a big one.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on that, Jeremy.
So, so I should be getting a plaque. I think I know before they gave you a plaque, you had like special pictures made and things like that. So it's a really big deal.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's really good. Yeah, make sure to definitely take a picture of it when you receive it.
I'll make sure somebody gets something or maybe a video. I'm not really sure how they're going to do it. Um, I I don't know. It's not very often during my squad that somebody has like an every 5 or every 10 year thing. So I don't really know what they do. I do know that after year 20 and every year after that, you get like a little patch
Okay,
for like your 22nd year or your 34th year or whatever.
basically a badge of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those years. But
Yeah,
being that this is 25, this is a quarter of a century.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big deal. And it's where it all started in Reno. And that was my very first tournament.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, 25 years. You should be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 25 years. The record is 72.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I am hoping to go for that one. I hope I live that long.
Fingers crossed.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got to be 93 to get there. Yeah, but males on the male side of my family generally live well into their 80s. My dad's uncle passed away a year ago at the age of 95.
Wow.
Okay, so
So
about the same age as my grandfather over a decade ago.
yeah, so it's not totally out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've actually seen, like, contrary to like what people think, I have seen videos of like people in their 90s still able to bowl.
Oh, there's people in their 80 hundreds.
Yeah, yeah, even older too.
Yeah, because there's actually a record at the tournament where two men over 100 years old were bowling together as doubles, and they've set the record for the oldest doubles age.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
probably never happen again.
Yeah, that's very
Uh,
rare.
but on Friday the 13th here, you say there's a Friday the 13th coming out, like a new movie.
They've been trying to get a new movie out for since after the reboot in 2009. Yeah, and they've been wanting to create one that takes place during winter, which I thought would be an interesting change of pace, but yeah, they're just having trouble getting it off the ground.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Having said that, I watched Black Phone 2 yesterday.
Oh,
Ooh,
Black Phone too. Okay,
nice.
I would say it's even better than the first one. I really liked it.
that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And it takes place in it on a campsite.
So it's basically essentially like a throwback to like movies like Friday the 13th. I haven't seen it yet, so
In some ways, yeah. And it
Well,
happens during winter.
it was a really interesting story that that movie was. I very, very highly recommend it. Like I said, I enjoyed the first one, but I think I like this one better, the second
Nice.
one. So with Friday the 13th, first of all, for all three of you, which one is your favorite movie out of the entire series?
I can never decide like if it's either first one or the fourth one, final chapter. Both of them are great.
No?
Yeah.
I think I think I like the first three, so I can't decide on that because the evolution, at first it wasn't Jason, Second one, it was him, but he didn't have the hockey mask yet. There was an evolution, and I liked the. I think the third one because I liked watching those bikers get killed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, part three.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
but at the same time, I got this problem where with the first one, they killed off Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
You
he.
know,
I
so
mean, he wasn't. I mean, he was yet to become a huge star. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
right.
At the
Well,
time,
so
he was
it was like
nobody.
yeah, but it was like Nightmare on Elm Street. They
Yeah.
killed
You had Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp before he was a big star.
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of people get their firsts in horror. Like, hell, there was Leonardo DiCaprio where he started in, well, I might as well say it, a lesser film called Critters 3, which he's not fond of. He likes to pretend it doesn't exist.
And Jennifer Aniston was in.
Leprechaun,
Leprechaun.
which we're going to be seeing that in a couple of weeks.
So, so nobody can deny that these horror franchises have given birth to major, major stars.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Halloween.
Yeah. Like
Oh
even
yeah,
if, like
Scream
even if
Queen.
horror was not their original intention, even if they haven't starred in any horror movies since then, regardless of the genre, those movies helped them launch the careers and helped them like basically launched of who they are today. I
Yep,
mean, whether they're associated with the horror genre or not, you can't think of those actors without those early films.
that's right.
Was Friday one of Corey Feldman's first movies? Did he do that before Lost Boys and the others? I don't. I
It
don't
was,
know.
it was before Lost Boys. I mean, that movie also came out the same year where as Gremlins, and I mean, he was going to reprise. I mean, he did reprise his role just a little bit in Friday the 13th Part 5, but he couldn't do more than the opening scene because he was working on the Goonies at the time.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I don't want to say that he became a huge star, but his name is infamous out there.
Yeah, it is.
it really is.
Um, Jeremy, real quick, because you didn't ask like which is my favorite, so I'm just gonna throw it. Yeah, I'm kind of with the same with Don and Joe. I would say probably the first four are probably the best ones. Like when they had the fourth one, they said the final chapter, though obviously one that has Corey Feldman in it.
Yep.
In my personal opinion, I think that the franchise should have ended by then. It should have stayed to the true chapter. But the other thing too is that the only thing also from my experience when I first watched all four of them was that Friday the 13th, part four, the final chapter, I think was also really the last one in the franchise that actually scared me. That actually freaked me out. Yes, you still had like the typical feel like you'd see with a lot of the other 80s slasher movies. Yeah, it was tongue in cheek. It had a campy feel to it. There were even some funny moments. But in my personal opinion, too, I think it was also the last one that kind of had a rather serious tone to the franchise before part five and beyond took. So that's why I'm saying I think the first four were probably not only were the best, but they were also the only ones that actually scared me.
Yeah, but
The
hey,
rest were laughable.
yeah, but
I
hey,
think everybody can agree that that very last shot of part four with Corey Feldman was really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The way that he just opened his eyes and looked right into the camera is like, oh, this boy's not right.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the next Jason or something.
yeah, but in the next movie, he got Corey Feldman got replaced by the prototype of Billy from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He really does look like that.
I know.
Now,
That-
now
that-
that now that Ed has said it, that actually
I already know what your favorite is,
that
Jeremy.
actually is my favorite movie with Jason Takes Manhattan a close second. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, I already knew the answer to yours, Jeremy. I knew it was going to be Jason X.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I have heard that many people out there consider number seven to be the best.
Part seven, New
Yeah.
Blood.
Oh, yeah.
It is also their way of having it like a Jason versus Scary movie.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
the girl with telekinetic powers.
Yeah,
Right.
that actress died recently.
Yeah, I saw it, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She died of what did she pass away from?
I
I don't even
I
think
never looked into her. I know it was some kind of an illness. Hold on.
yeah, I don't even think she was that old either.
Oh yes, I do remember now. I do remember that.
Let's see. She was played
Died
by
of breast cancer.
Yeah,
yeah La Park Lincoln. That was her name. Let's see. Yeah, it was some kind of a cancer. If I remember,
Yeah,
because I keep
breast cancer.
yeah, it's like I keep seeing all kinds of people dying, and like I hate saying this, but yeah, I have seen a lot of people being dying from cancer. It's hard to keep track of who died from what kind of cancer, you know.
There's
she
so,
was only
well, look at the guy that just died a couple days ago.
I
That
know
James,
Dawson's Creek.
yeah,
yep. Yeah, she was only when she died, she was only 63.
right.
Yeah,
And even though she never appeared in any of the other Friday the 13th movies, she did, however, like a lot of actors did, she did appear in the documentary, though, Crystal Lake Memories, the
yeah,
complete. Yeah, that was when it was. Yeah, Crystal Lake Memories, the complete history of Friday the 13th.
yep.
Well, most of the Friday the 13th movies, de- with few exceptions, is like a one and done for the actors.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it has been for the majority of the actors in this franchise.
Yeah,
Let's see, another big name who was in the franchise was Miguel Nunez, who we had on the Fear Fans podcast.
Yep. And part
Yeah,
five was
yeah,
also in Return of the Living Dead.
that
oh, yeah,
was that was a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
totally.
one was a fun one to watch.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, but Miguel Nunez, yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
and and I actually thought they did a pretty decent job on the remake.
I agree with that. I would probably say that they probably did a much better job with that remake than they did with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh, by far.
Uh,
Like, yeah, like I thought the Jason in the 2009 reboot of Friday the 13th, I thought felt like it was spot on. I mean, it had just about everything you would expect from Jason: the brutality, the suspense, the
he had the size.
Yeah, size. Yeah,
yeah, that too.
Yeah, he's not Kane Hodder, which I still say is the best Jason, but
Yeah.
this guy he definitely had the size.
Let's see, Derek Mears, that's who played Jason in
Yeah,
2009 reboot. Yeah,
yeah. And then Freddy versus Jason.
yeah. Which surprisingly, Kane Hodder was not Jason in that either.
no, but both those actors did cross paths with each other in the franchise before, back in Jason Takes Manhattan, part 8. Let's see, the Jason from Freddy versus Jason was actually the bar. I don't think it was. I don't know if it was a bartender or a cook. He
He
was the
was
guy that got thrown into the mirror by Jason.
he was the cook.
He was the cook. Yeah, he was gonna fight Jason, but Jason just easily picks him up and throws him right into the mirror in the
Yeah.
restaurant. That was him.
Well, Kane Hodder does something almost exactly similar to just almost, well, about 10 years before when they made the ninth movie, Jason Goes to Hell, which the vast majority of the film, he takes possession of people.
Yeah.
But in the very opening of the scene, you see Kane Hodder himself portraying one of the security guards. The whole idea of Kane Hodder portraying a security guard was he said in his interview that for once he wanted to be the victim of Jason Voorhees. So
Yeah.
that's when they landed him the security guard job, and he's killed as a result. So you can kind of say the killer himself was killed.
Very much, yeah. Like tons of people rip into Jason Goes to Hell Final Friday. It's like yes, it was silly, but it was like an enjoyable kind of silliness. I mean, some people in the end said pointed out the Necronomicon, saying like oh hey, like they stole that from Sam Raimi's Evil Dead movies, and I'm like yeah, well Sam Raimi also stole Necronomicon from H.P. Lovecraft.
And
And
um,
also they had Freddy's arm
yeah,
and his glove there at the very end. So bringing into that one, I've asked you guys what your favorite. Now I'm going to ask you, what do you think is the worst film in the whole series? And for me, is Jason Goes to Hell.
Hmm. I always thought it was Takes Manhattan.
Joe?
I don't have one because I never watched beyond 4 or 5.
Oh,
Oh,
And I'm sure they suck after that.
oh come on, Part 6 was good.
You know,
I would have to say probably about the same with Don. About part 8, Jason
Yeah.
takes Manhattan.
I mean, the poster was a complete lie. It made it look like Jason was completely taking over Manhattan, but no, the majority of the film takes place on a cruise ship where he kills the majority of the people there, and then offs a couple of druggies, and then no, a couple and a few more people after that, and that's it. You know, it's like makes you think he's going to massacre the whole city of New York, but no, the
They
poster,
probably could have titled it better, like maybe Jason Goes to Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
maybe, but I guess they just thought, oh, why don't we just be different? But
I
yeah,
just gotta say, I did like that scene though when Jason, in the Manhattan film where he, I don't remember like he damaged like a gang's boombox or something like that, and they're like
Oh, he kicks it out of the way.
kicks it out of the way, and they're about to attack, and he turns around, and all he does instead of killing him is just show his face to him, like, okay, never mind, we're like that was enough to scare the hell out of him.
Wouldn't
he's
you
like,
do the same thing? I know I would.
oh yeah,
Probably would. Oh wait, what am I doing?
yeah, he's like, yo, it's cool, man, it's cool. And then they all run.
Yeah, and the thing is, he wasn't carrying a machete the whole way. So where'd the machete go? Because I know
Right.
that he. Let's see. Actually, no, I don't think he did have it because the first weapon that he used was the harpoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, the girl who that couple in the beginning, the girl from that the actress in that was not that great. I'm just gonna go ahead and flat out say it.
I fully agree with you. It's like,
It was like it was some of the like cheesiest acting.
And
yeah,
one other word of note, speaking of actors and stuff, this goes back to with what you were just saying, Jeremy, about with Jason Goes to Hell with Freddy's arm coming out of the ground. That as I mean, as since that movie, that is the only time in which Kane Hodder portrays Freddy Krueger in some way, shape, or form. That was him.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And and another little world like crossover, if you will. If you guys didn't know this, but wait, what? Oh, Biggle Tom.
What
Biggle
is
Tom
on
is on the go to.
Go to Bed Boys?
It's Jason Voorhees, Tom.
Yeah, don't you recognize Jason's mask?
Yeah,
The
I
other,
actually have a hat similar to that.
I got this from Walmart a few years ago. It's still in great shape.
Well,
I
the,
remember I saw it and I'm like, I'm freaking buying this.
the,
It
the
looks
one, the
awesome.
one that I got, I actually got from Santiago.
Mm,
Hmm.
Santiago. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
he's
found a
awesome.
whole bunch of hats that he had painted over a
Yep.
desk on,
Oh yeah.
and so I bought the Friday one. He didn't have any of the other. Like I wanted a Michael Myers one. He didn't
Ah,
have
well,
one.
maybe next time.
Killer Clowns one. He didn't have one. He had freaking Jason. Okay, I'll get that
Well,
one.
I mean,
ask him to make a Killer Clown one then.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
I'm-
Jeremy, I'll probably be seeing him later this year in September at SilCon, so maybe I could ask him and try to get it for you.
There you go.
that'd be-
Just remind me.
Oh yeah, I met Santiago years ago.
you know how my memory is now, Nick. It is shitty now.
Well, anyways, what I was going to say was another crossover because we mentioned about Jason Goes to Hell. Yes, it has Jason in it. We see Freddy Krueger at the end, and Don, you mentioned about the Necronomicon. If you also look very carefully at the end of the movie, where because it's set at that playground at the park or whatever, where the final fight is, that is in fact the same park that just less than 30 years earlier was used for Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
That's true.
Really?
That
Yeah.
is true.
It's the very same park.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right.
That's interesting. I don't remember reading about that.
That was a freaky movie, man.
Yeah, well, and the schoolhouse that was that's near that park, which, well, at the time back in the '60s, it was a restaurant, not a schoolhouse. Unfortunately, it's privately owned. It's still standing today. It is, unfortunately, it's privately owned, so you can't go in there anymore. But the building itself, back in the '60s and today, it's also rumored to be haunted.
Oh man.
Huh. Now, The interesting thing about Friday the 13th is that the man who created it hates the entire franchise.
Really?
Yeah, because Jason was never supposed to be the killer. It was always supposed to be the mother.
Yep.
And it was never
Really?
supposed to go beyond the first movie.
Wow.
Right. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, that's Hollywood for you. The producers and the people that get, finance the movie and stuff, they're usually the ones in charge. And they say, well, this is going to be a hit. You're going to take it to 13 of them.
Yeah.
I'm
And
surprised they haven't done a 13th one.
That's what I said
They're
too. They haven't
supposed
even made a
They're
13th movie.
under contract, from what I understand, way back when they signed a contract that they were to make 13 of those Friday the 13th movies.
Well, it's been 17 years.
And not, you can't include the remakes,
yeah.
Oh, well.
those Rob Zombie movies or whatever they were.
So then
Halloween.
that means technically they only have 11 in the series.
Yeah, so
By,
2 more
by
to go.
that
Then.
measure.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
if you guys didn't know this, and this has been about almost a decade ago, so obviously this is not going to happen. At one point, I think it was going to be on the CW channel. Um, they were talking at one point about wanting to make a television series of Friday the 13th, not like the same one that was made back in the late 80s and very early 90s. They
I
were
like
looking-
that one from the 80s and the early 90s, though.
yeah, no, it's good.
That's
But
the one right here.
yeah, the series. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were it wasn't going to be like that. They were going to make an actual television series revolving around Jason Voorhees. But
Well,
however, they
there
were not.
was supposed to be a crossover with the film series in the TV series, but they
Yeah,
never did.
yeah. Well, in this franchise, however, though, even though yes, it's supposed to focus on Jason, however, at the very same time, they weren't just going to make it just like a typical show like the movies where Jason is going around killing, chopping people up. They were also going to explore more into Jason's history prior to a lot of it. So, we already had the idea of who his mother was, of course, in the original film, but we never found out like who his father was and who it's later turned out in Jason Goes to Hell that he has a sister. We never find out, it was going to go more into his back history as well.
That'd be
Right.
kind of
Well,
cool.
well, they did say the father's name in Jason Goes to Hell, and that opening in the opening for like the news report, they said like Jason's parents were Elias and Pamela Voorhees. So
Right.
his dad's name is Elias.
Yeah, but they still never explored much of the history. That's what this television series was going to do. So again, it was more than just going to be like you see in the film.
Right.
But unfortunately, considering now 10 years have passed, it sounded like the series just never picked up, and the series was
But
eventually.
there is a series now called Crystal Lake.
Oh, Crystal Lake.
Yeah, they've been trying to get that off the ground as well. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying to make a TV series focusing on Jason's origins.
Okay, well that's probably they're probably taking a lot of what they were originally going to make on CW, but that series pretty much has been canceled. So they're probably taking a lot of elements from that original show and to put it into this new one.
What I'm liking about Crystal Lake is Linda Cardellini is Pamela Voorhees.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay.
and if you don't recognize that name, she is Velma on the Scooby Doo movies.
Oh, wow,
man.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
geez.
Yeah.
So already with this, we have an incredibly sexy female killer now.
Well, it makes sense because that way too, because when you look at also the original Friday the 13th, it takes place, at first it takes place in the late 1950s. And that was obviously when Pamela Voorhees was younger. We never saw, and the bottom line is, we never saw Pamela Voorhees of what she looked like when she was younger.
Nope.
We only saw her when she was older, when she could have been like a grandmother like figure. We never saw her when she was like in her late teens or early 20s.
Right, and yeah, like the original movie, like talked about how the camp just kept on shutting down because of Jason's drowning in '57, the two couple being killed in '58, and then the fires and like let's see, in 1960.
1962,
Yeah, 1962, that the water was bad. So on that, I'm guessing she poisoned the lake somehow.
possibly.
That's my guess.
Well, I'm looking at the cast in here for Crystal Lake, and there is nobody named Elias as a character.
Hmm.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
so
he's
maybe
just
they're not going to do that.
yeah, he's only just mentioned in that one scene in Jason Goes to Hell. That's it.
Yeah, and these horror franchises have a tendency
Excuse me.
of retcon and a whole bunch of different things.
I've got a feeling that whoever's going to be playing Jason, even if it's somebody else, I have a feeling that Kane Hodder, one way or another, is going to be making some kind of appearance on this franchise. I mean, on this series.
Hmm.
Is is Kane even still active?
I think so.
I know he's still been showing up at like horror movie cons.
Oh yeah, he does that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
but I'm talking about he's 70 years old now.
Yeah.
Let's
let me see.
see.
Let me see if he's got anything upcoming.
If it's something, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe
Nothing
it's not a
coming.
large
His
role, but he
last movie was 2 years ago called "They Turned Us Into Killers," and nothing in pre-production or anything like that.
Let's see. It says he did a voice of Big Bad Wolf in a movie. I don't what. Malcolm McDowell's in it.
oh, Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, it's a movie called Ever After. I've never heard of it. Let's see. There's another one here called Severed Road. Uh, okay, I guess it's an independent film. Hmm.
Oh,
Jeremy.
here we go. Here we go. I just looked on his IMDb. He's got 8 upcoming. Z
Okay.
Dead End, The Hurting Kind,
Okay.
Spawn of the Dead, Ruxin Hills, Frida, Evil's Origin, Devotion, Covet, eh,
Hmm.
Organism, 46B, The Unseen.
Hmm.
Okay, so he's still active in the movie industry. Then
Apparently so,
Oh yeah.
yes.
it's
He's probably keeping some of his newer work private for now.
that, and
Oh, no, what I was looking at earlier was on Wikipedia. And I decided to jump over to IMDb since is like the end all be all of all um, film and TV credits.
Ah.
also just a quick side note, and this goes back to when we were talking about Lar Park, Lincoln. Jeremy, I don't know if you know this, and this might be something that you may be able to ask if you ever have Rick McCallum back on at some point in the future. It turns out La Park Lincoln was also in House 2, the second story.
Ah.
Yeah, she was in House 2, and she was even in a 1988 episode, same year as Part 7 of Friday the 13th. She
Mhm.
was even in a 1988 episode of Freddy's Nightmares.
Oh yeah, that's right. Freddy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Freddy had a TV series as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they were meant to. I think it was just coincidence. It almost appears as if they were made to rival each other, but I don't think they
Hmm.
were. I think they were just their own separate projects, just coincidental.
Yeah, yeah, it might
I
be.
can always ask him. Um,
That's what I mean. You should ask him next time you have Rick on.
yeah, well, yeah, and I do need to check with Rick to see because last time I tried to get him on the show, um, his computer wasn't updated enough to be able to handle this program.
Okay. Evie Mux.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he only had Firefox and he couldn't download Chrome.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, we had a night of it, so he ended up just calling me and we chatted for two hours.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, yeah, I know the feeling.
You know that we had such tough technical difficulties when we got started, and then I never bothered to look that I thought for the hour that I was talking to Chad Lewis, it was all going uploaded and everything was fine.
Oh, I remember
When
that.
I got done and got over with, there were no recordings anywhere of it.
That's when I messaged you about that,
Oh
Jeremy.
man,
Yeah,
I was so pissed.
I still don't understand how that could have happened.
And you know what they said?
What?
Did I ever tell you what they told me?
No.
Okay, I got to go into my email because I know I got that ticket because I got it saved so that I can kind of explain it when I try to rebook him. Here's the ticket. I made a ticket. Uh, let's see. Hello, Insane Joe. Thank you for reaching out. We already identified the cause of the issue. It was related to our partner API integration and affected a small group of our servers for a short period of time.
Hmm.
We were able to isolate the issue within a few minutes and prevent it from impacting all clients, but unfortunately, some recordings were affected.
Oh,
We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, etc., etc.
Wow.
That really
I
sucks.
don't recall seeing anybody else with that problem.
You know,
Yeah,
and it took me. When did I start doing this? 2019. So it took me that long to get Chad Lewis on my show.
And then that happens.
And then
yeah,
that happens.
oh man,
Yeah.
frustrating.
yeah, it
So
is.
I'm waiting for Chicago to come around because I'm guaranteed to see him then because I have every year and I'm going to try to work out rescheduling it.
And he's referring to the Chicago Paranormal Convention in June, so
Right.
which I'll be there as well too.
Now, to go back to Victor Miller, the one who created the
The writer. Yes.
franchise, I'm going to read off what I got here. Friday the 13th is Miller's most successful film, grossing $59 billion. No, I'm sorry, million,
I
million.
was going to say million. I was like, are you talking about one movie or the whole franchise? I was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
I worldwide on a very low budget of 550,000. That's
Wow.
what it took to make that first film. The original is the only one in the series that had his involvement. It grew to become one of the highest grossing horror franchise in the United States, of a worldwide total of 465 million. Miller says he hasn't seen any of the other Friday the 13th film because he does not approve of Jason Voorhees being the killer rather than Jason's mother as she was in the original.
Hmm.
Miller has been involved in a protracted lawsuit to gain the rights to the first Friday the 13th film. The issue turned on whether Miller's work was a work for hire,
Hmm.
which was resolved in September of 2021 at the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit decided otherwise. Consequently, Miller had to terminate or had the right to terminate rights to his work. For Copyright Act purposes, as a screenwriter, Victor Miller was an independent contractor for the film company, which was Manny Incorporated at the time in 1979.
Hmm.
When he wrote the screenplay, the court concluded that copyright law, not labor law, controlled the work for hire determination, thus affirmed the district court's grant of summary judgment to Victor Miller.
Wow.
Man.
You know, that also it's contrast to like when they made the original Friday the 13th and the actor who excuse me the actress who originally the actress who played Mrs. Voorhees, Betsy Palmer. Um, you probably heard of this before, but I'll still say it anyway. It's ironic because yes, Victor Miller may hate the franchise, but Betsy Palmer had said that when they were beginning to start filming, she said that when she received the script, she thought that it was all going to be a whole bunch of dread, as she said, and it's never going to be seen. But of course, that was proven wrong, in her case.
Right.
Now, here's something that I would have loved to have seen. Stephen King wanted to write a book on Friday the 13th.
Oh,
He
okay.
was, he was going to call it I, Jason, and it was going to be a first person narrative from Jason's point of view of being on the campsite and getting killed over and over and over.
Hmm.
Well, that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He wanted to do that book, but he knew that copyright holders would not allow him to do that.
Wow. Man.
And just to throw it out, what Tom just said, Tom McNicholas just said, yeah, he and I have met. Or you actually, Jeremy, you met Ari Lemon too, right? Because he was at DeadCon a few years ago.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
If he was, I don't think I did. If I did meet him, I don't remember.
What's actually kind of funny was during that weekend, uh, at one point, Tom and I, like we usually do, we wanted to go grab something to eat. We just went out to this restaurant. It was somewhere down in downtown Fort Wayne, and it was a really good burger place. I have to admit, it was a really good place. And we made our order, and then we sit down, and as we're waiting for our food, I just happened to look over to my right, and just at the next table over was Ari Lemon. I'm like, Tom, that's Ari Lemon right there. He's like, who? Ari Lemon. He's the one who played the actual first Jason in Friday the 13th. He was just right next to us. So that was kind of a plus in a way. I mean, we didn't really get to talk to him because I think in a way he wanted to have time to himself, but it was awesome that we actually got to meet with him, and in some way we even had lunch with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was a pretty nice guy, to be honest, perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I don't even remember. There's a lot from that time period that I don't remember, Nick.
Yeah,
Hmm.
some of it was not good, but this was one of the few pluses.
Yeah.
During was
Well,
the way we got to have lunch with Ari Lemon.
there was a lot. I know you weren't there as a vendor, but I was, and there was a lot of controversy going around
Yes.
from the vendor's perspective.
Oh yeah, that was a topic of conversation for several days afterwards.
Oh, more than just several days, several weeks.
Actually, yeah, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That it was a fun event, but that ended disastrously. But I think Ari Lemon, in his case, I think he escaped a lot of that because he wasn't going through a lot of the same issues that other vendors and guests were going through.
Hmm.
Now, having mentioned um, like House Two, so Sean Cunningham, the guy who directed and produced Friday the 13th,
Right.
um, produced the House movies.
Yes, he did.
Apparently, House goes all the way up to number four.
It
Yeah,
does. I only saw the first two.
I
yeah,
only saw the first two.
and And just to be clear, House 4 should really be House 3 because the actual House 3 movie has nothing to do with it. It's a completely different story. It's essentially a slasher movie, although interestingly enough, it does star Lance Henriksen in it, and the title is changed, I think, to avoid being called House 3. Instead, it's also known as The Horror Show.
Hmm.
About 1989.
That's right. Horror show. Let's see. Yeah, I saw Lance Henriksen in that, and also, oh yeah, I think it also has Dee Dee Pfeiffer, who is Michelle Pfeiffer's little sister.
Yeah. And ironically, although the prom too, and this is another kind of twist in plot lines. Essentially, the movie it's the same exact plot line as Wes Craven's Shocker that came out around that same time because you have both killers going on a rampage. They're
Mhm.
eventually caught and they're both executed. But they also, little do most people realize, they've made deals with the devil and they come back and they continue their murders even in death. So that's essentially what the horror show is basically supposed to be about. It's literally a ripoff of Wes Craven's Shocker.
Yeah, kind of.
I remember that movie.
Now, now here's the interesting thing about Sean Cunningham. After the original movie, he had nothing to do with it until Jason Goes to Hell,
Yes.
and he was a part of it for every movie since then. Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy versus Jason, and then the remake.
Yeah,
And he was also the producer for Last House on the Left and
yes,
the
it
remake
was.
of that one too.
Yeah, he made that one alongside with Wes Craven.
His last film credit, at least here, uh, and directed The Nurse with the Purple Hair,
Nurse with the when did that come out?
2017.
Oh wow, okay, so almost
Hmm.
10 years ago.
Well, I'm gonna double check on this because Wikipedia is not the most. No, there actually is a show called The Nurse with the Purple Hair.
That is, I'm looking it up too. That's
Sounds like
just
a porno, though.
it kind of does, but it's just it's a documentary educational film.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre. It's definitely not in the horror genre, that's for sure.
No, it's a movie about hospice care workers, the people who
Yes.
take care of the. Okay, so all right, I get it now. So the nurse with the purple hair, so she is apparently somebody who's trying to make a difference for these people.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys, I gotta leave this because I got a live stream to do.
It is 8 o'clock, so it is time to go ahead and call it. Before you go, Don,
Mhm.
I'll do the same what I did with the previous shows. What are three things you're grateful for?
Out of the pre, I'm sorry.
Something I do on this show every episode now. At the end of the show, I ask everybody what are three things you are grateful for in this moment.
Let's see. Friends, family, and good times.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you later, Don. Thank you.
Take care,
See
Don.
ya.
Have a good night and happy Friday the 13th.
Thank you. See you guys too. See ya.
Yeah, so since it is 8 o'clock, it is time to wrap up.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be heading out myself too because in less than an hour because well actually no about an hour. I'm supposed to leave around. I keep thinking it's 8 o'clock, but I see it's only 7. Well, I know it's 8 o'clock for you, Jeremy, but ironically enough, I'm actually heading to as soon as I get off. I mean, later tonight, I'm actually going to be getting off to go to a haunt. Excuse me, I'm going to. I cannot talk today. Damn it, Friday the 13th. It's the curse. I'm going. I'm going to a haunted house walkthrough. In fact, with a friend of mine later tonight, which is called Basement of the Dead. It's located out in Aurora. And it's called a slashers night. So they're going to have people portraying as Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Leatherface, even Art the Clown from Terrifier, Pennywise, and we're talking about the original Pennywise from Stephen King's It. It's just for 2 nights and 2 nights only because it's also Valentine's theme. So I'm meeting up with my friend Nikki. She's going to pick me up a little bit after 8 o'clock, and we're going to head out to Aurora and be there at around 9 p.m. So definitely a great way to have a little Friday, like actual Friday the 13th celebration.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
Did you see what
I,
time this first Friday the 13th on film was in 1933? No relationship to the 1980 film. I don't remember hearing about that one.
yeah, I don't either.
But you're looking it up the same time I am too.
Yeah, there was one.
It's a British drama film directed by Victor Saville.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just says the plot is film depicts the lives of several passengers in the hours before they are involved in a bus crash. Hmm.
Okay.
British reviewer. Oh, they say And the reception, they say, extraordinary well cast for a mid 1930s British film. Friday the 13th affords excellent acting opportunities for the likes of Jesse Matthews, Ursula Jeans, Frank Lawton, Ralph Richardson, Max Miller, Obi Clarence, and Emmeline Jet Williams, among many, many others. And it says, while American critics were impressed by the film, surprisingly, British reviewers were less kind, commenting that the constant switch from one character to another only results in confusion. P.S. It doesn't.
Stories like that is what I like.
Yeah, I do too.
No. Okay, well, that's definitely something to look for later on down the road.
Me too. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah. So, okay, so I will ask you two the same question before we call it a night. What are three things you guys are grateful for?
Bless you. You want to go first, Joe?
Yeah, my
Okay.
kids, my wife, my dog.
and for
It's
me,
more than that.
and for me, my friends, my family, and well, right now, hopefully, um, the the girl that I'm seeing right now, Tyler. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's the three things I'm grateful
I
for.
was going to say, if she's watching this, you better be mentioning her.
Yeah, that's why I just did. So yeah, I would say Tyler too. Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody out there in the audience, thank you for playing along tonight and spending your Friday the 13th with us here on the 13th Dimension, the 13th episode of the season.
And on the I was gonna say I was gonna say if we were over an hour, and I would have said, and on the 13th minute of the hour after the hour, unfortunately, that's 10 minutes away.
Yeah, well, almost.
Almost about halfway there.
Yeah. But 10 minutes from now, I want to be eating a Subway. So,
Yeah, I need to eat something too before I head out.
Yeah,
Before
that's what I'm getting.
well, it's not actually, it's Penn Station.
Oh,
Uh,
well,
to,
there it's Subway.
yeah, well, it's to me, it's the same thing.
A sub's a sub, right?
Yeah, sub's a sub. So, all
And I
right. Well,
gotta go watch SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown. Yeah,
that's why I was pushing so hard for this show to end at 8.
yeah.
We
Well,
finally got the Sci-Fi Channel and all that back. Somehow
awesome.
we lost it. I don't pay for cable. We don't pay for cable. It's like paid by the
Lucky,
office.
lucky you.
There
So,
you go.
but it's part of our condo association fees. You know, but that includes high speed business internet and business cable.
Right.
So, and then with Spectrum and that package, I also get all these streaming services for free now.
You're lucky.
Yep.
You're
And my
lucky.
wife and I are thinking about moving out of here.
All right. Next week, I will have Zach Clayton on the show. We will be talking about the 22-hour program that he will be doing the following Sunday for Veteran Suicide Awareness. Nick and I, along with Adrian and I believe Jan, we're still working on the whole thing with the scheduling.
Lois, Lois said she was going to take part in it.
Yeah, Lois she's gonna have her own segment.
Okay.
Because you, me, and Adrian had the thing with Lynn.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
but we
I
still got to get with Zach to really know what the schedule is because I think he's getting some things mixed up because there's so much involved in it.
I had
Okay.
I had an uncle once. All right, he served in, I think it was Korea.
Okay.
Anyway, he was a big old Grizzly Adams kind of teddy bear type dude, right? Well, he ended up killing himself.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Don't know what happened. Don't know why. They said he left a note, but my aunt, you know, I was pissed.
Wow.
I'm sorry to hear that,
You know,
Joe.
I he was like my favorite uncle on my dad's side.
Oh, I'm
All
sure.
right.
Actually, my brother, my little brother, my half brother is named after him too.
Wow.
Yeah,
So all
Just
that makes it even harder.
yeah,
yeah.
it does.
Just also on a quick side note too, and this I probably said this on Supernatural Talk, but I'll say this again real quick. Is I told you before, Jeremy, that Tyler's in the military herself, so I already have told her about the 22-hour event next weekend. So she did say she is going to try to tune into some of it when she's able to. I mean, I think she's actually going to, funny enough, I think that's when she's going to be with me again. But either way, that's why I'm also doing my Nick Files special as a pre-record instead of live because I'm going to be out of the house. But yeah, she's going to be tuning in a few times. So if you see her name there, that's her.
Actually, when for her might not be if she would even consider it, get her on one of the segments.
I I actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I was actually concerned about doing that, and well, considering I'm going to be seeing her
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna go.
Okay, take care, Joe. Have a good night and happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
just say something. Ask her if it's something she would consider, and you
that's what I was going to say is that considering I'm going to be seeing her tomorrow, I'll ask her then.
okay. All right, very good. Well, um, I guess that's the show,
Yeah, I guess that's a wrap.
and we almost made it to the 13th minute.
Still just like 5, 6 minutes left.
Well,
Close enough.
3 minutes. Well, no, okay. You're looking at the 13th on the time
The
wise.
time, yeah, the live, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm looking. You must be looking at the clock on the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's what
And
I was looking at.
oh, okay. Well, it just turned at 7:11, so
Yeah. Well, I don't want to wait those.
yeah, I got to get ready to head out.
All right. So, everybody, thank you so much for watching tonight. Have a happy Valentine's Day tomorrow. This won't happen again until 2032.
But at the
Uh,
very least, next Friday the 13th in general is in March, is very next month. So next month we got our second one coming up.
yeah, apparently. So, I got to think about next month. We will talk about the origins of Friday the 13th, the Night
Oh yeah.
Stalker and all of that. Let's do a history lesson on that one.
Yeah, just like we did with Valentine's Day on Supernatural Talk last night. So
Right.
yeah, I'm all for that. Let's do
Right.
it.
So, all right. So for that one, let's let you be the only guest on that one.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. We'll do this in actual informational interview.
Yeah. And by the way, as we're about to end, because I know you have your credits, I just want to say, Jeremy, looks like we might make it to the 13th minute anyway, because even when we end, as we end this, it's going to land on the 13th minute.
It probably will. Because the outro is a minute long.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah, I got to get ready because I got to head out. Aurora is also like an hour drive to get out to. So when Nikki picks me up, I have to drive. I have to ride with her for an hour to get to Aurora to this haunted house. But either way, it'll be a fun night.
she seems like she'd be fun to hang out with.
Nikki, oh, she's one of. I'm not going to go into it. She's one of basically like my best friends. She and I have actually known each other for almost 20 years. We've known each other since high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in fact, at some point soon, I even have a photo that is considered our favorite. That was back when we were like 17 and 18. It's a black and white picture, so it kind of does have that oldie look to it. But yeah, that was taken back in 2010. So it really goes to show how far our friendship had really gone back. It may have been in 2010, but we really actually met around like late 2008.
That's
So
awesome. Well,
awesome. Yeah,
you
she's
have,
awesome.
you have a good time.
And she might come out, believe it or not, because she is interested in wanting to come out to some of the Paracons. So who knows? Depending on maybe for Para-Unity later this year, depending on her schedule, you guys might even be able to meet her. And she's even interested in wanting to go to the Old Lake County Jail at some point.
I'm actually not going to Perry Unity this year.
Really?
No,
Wow. Oh, that's kind of surprising.
not really.
Okay.
So weather's been a lot nicer, so snow has been melting. But either way, you guys have yourself a good weekend and a safe weekend. And we will see you guys next week. Have a good night, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day.
And happy Friday the 13th.
And happy Friday the 13th.
Good night, everyone.